What is going on, guys? I'm just drinking this delicious cup of Chimera coffee, but it's not in just a regular mug. It's in a sweet, good old thermosy travel mug. Is that what it's called, Abe?
Sure.
A travel mug. It has the
mug.
dope-ass logo with a dope-ass animal, whatever it is, with DNA, and it says Chimera coffee, and it's just what I need to carry around with me.
Yes.
When I make some good-ass Chimera coffee. I don't want it getting cold on my table, my kitchen table. It's show the art. All right? We've done this so many times. You would think I would get it. Go type in the coupon code and save some money. Peace. What is going on, people? You're listening to the Ames and Ames show, the Show the Art podcast on this chilly willy Monday. What's going on, guys? We are your hosts. My name is Ames. Alongside with me is my brother from another mother, Abe.
Hey, what's up, man?
Sainho.
It's me.
What's going on, dog?
We're back.
Yo, let's get right into it, man.
Okay.
This was a dope weekend.
I know, man.
A lot of crazy things or whatever.
Tons of crazy things. Before we get into that,
Okay.
I want to talk about a topic, a subject.
Your suck-ass Starbucks cup that you're drinking from?
Well, you know what?
Is it the topic? There better be Chimera up in that bitch.
There is not Chimera.
There's not.
I'll tell you why. I didn't have the time to make Chimera, so I'm like, you know what? I'm by Starbucks anyway.
True.
You know what? Let me just drop by. Let me see how things are going there.
Yeah, true.
Let me make sure everything's...
Check on the dark side.
Exactly.
Evil
To be
empire.
Listen, man, to be on the up and up, you got to know everything.
Yeah.
You got to check out...
You know shit, though.
You know what they say? Keep your friends
Snitches get
close.
stitches.
And what?
Your enemies farther.
Closer, man.
Yeah,
This
you
just
get
me-
real close. What'd you get?
This is just me keeping my enemies closer. This is pretty much...
Yeah, nobody cares. Let's move on to So shout out to Starbucks. For
No
booty-ass
shout
coffee.
outs.
Chimera.
So
Check it out.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, use a basic pitch. That's
So,
why.
but on a serious note,
Oh,
now
so-
that you're done clowning me, are you
Okay.
done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you
I'm
done?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead, go ahead.
You got it. You got it out.
I think I
Is
got it all out of my system. I just peed it all out. So what you say? So what's your gripe?
Isn't it the worst when somebody says, "Are you done?"
You done
and they're
yet?
serious?
Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? I was done, but I'm not anymore. The troll inside everyone. When
Yeah.
someone asks you, "Are you done?" The troll
Yeah.
inside you goes, "No, I'm not
No,
done.
Actually,
I got more.
Yeah.
Let me bring it out right now.
Now I have
I know.
more.
Let me open up my secret box
Yeah.
or my secret safe that I had. More
I would have
trolls,
been done. I was one sentence away from being done, but you ruined it.
but you ruined it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got, man?
So, this topic has been coming up recently, and it's
Okay.
actually happened to a friend of mine. What do you think about piracy and like UFC coming after guys, specifically though,
Okay.
for running UFC pay-per-views like at their martial arts academies?
Oh, that's tough.
So
man.
here's the thing:
you know.
you buy a UFC, it'll
Okay.
ask you, do you want pay-per-view
Mm-hmm.
or do you want like it's like the business pay-per-view?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's what bars do. You think
Ah.
you think Buffalo Wild Wings is paying $60 for the UFC? No,
Oh, I had no idea.
they're paying like a business fee to be able to
Interesting.
run it. Yeah, because you're making all this money off of advertising that you're playing the UFC.
Yeah, yeah. Ah,
You know,
okay.
drinks and all that shit. So I
Yeah.
think it's like a couple $1,000
Oh, wow.
for the business
Okay.
to buy. Now,
Small school.
does a small martial arts school or even a big martial arts
Okay.
school count?
Yeah. To me, I don't see a problem with. Well, I get the business side of UFC, but if you're just trying to, you actually get to help your brand out when you kind of open up. Say you're doing it at Jiu-Jitsu Academy or whatever, where they really focus on MMA, but then you open up. So some people some people just do Jiu-Jitsu and they just practice that thing. But when you open it up to like say like us, say Sub Force is doing like a UFC, what is it, 207 coming up?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey.
Say
and,
Rousey, we're-
what's her name?
Nunez.
Steve McNair.
Where'd you get that from? Rest in peace. But moving on.
207.
207. Say
Yeah, you're
say
wrong.
207 is going on, and you want to kind of get you just want to get the people watching it with you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
The people that you do your martial arts, whatever you do, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, whatever it is, you kind of want to share it and get people. Don't you dare put that damn Starbucks. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it might actually open up people to MMA and get more people to watch it. So
to watch UFC, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's good advertisement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Now,
what's your point?
But here's the thing too. What if somebody's charging a cover charge at their gym? Hey, come to my gym. Come to Stupid Head Martial Arts Academy.
Yeah. So wait. Out of all the martial arts academies,
you
use like a first grade
curse.
Stupidness.
I was gonna curse. I was gonna say,
I got you.
F boy.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to say it.
University. Where we
okay, let's say you got a
I get you.
New York Academy Martial Arts, Schenectady Martial Arts
Yeah.
Academy. And they say, hey, we're watching UFC 207.
Right off this.
$5 to come in. We're gonna have a big party. We're gonna order
Potluck,
pizzas, mini pizzas.
Go ahead.
Well, Schenectady, they have an accent there.
True.
Pizzas.
I get you.
Or it's not.
That's tough.
Or it's not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
How about if they're just making a profit off the UFC?
They're not. Who's to say they are? And who's to say that, like, the UFC is not monitoring everything.
Yeah.
Isn't even charging anything. He's just inviting people over. There's literally, for example, we have a two and a couple other friends and sit in a small office.
Say me, you, Marcos watch it. Just us three. Just to break it.
This internet service is connected to a business account.
Yeah. That sucks. You're such a big business. You're a $4 billion company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Business part or whatever. But that sucks because if you do want to throw it, like, this would be a perfect place because I even thought about doing it. Like, we did talk about this because UFC 200 was like, oh, why don't we just have it at the gym and just freaking stream it? And then we talked about, like,
fire.
Yeah.
Because you might get away with it.
Is that the same thing with, like, say, like Metamorphosed? Would they pull the same thing?
Big monies. And it's a big business.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for example, Metamorphosed did it nice.
Mm-hmm.
They had the personal pay-per-view. It was like $20. Or you could pay for the business pay-per-view.
Okay.
And they were martial arts school. Pay the business fee. It's like $45.
Oh, okay. That's not
double the price.
That's not that steep.
And it was like, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah. Did you guys do that one time?
We did Metamorphosed like two or three times, actually.
Yeah.
Man,
oh,
that was a good one.
That was probably a fun night.
Really fun. Really fun.
Yeah, man.
We trained. We had a barbecue. Metamorphosed. But anyway,
you laid on each
that's
other
besides the fact. Yeah. So I know a buddy. He owns a school.
Yeah.
He came to us after and told us a story. And
they got him.
He said, I forget, did he charge a fee? Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't think of it. And
caught his ass.
Yeah, he's like, he was being
got you by the ankle, bitch.
Being very paranoid. He's like, there was some people there was one guy that I didn't know who he was. Nobody knew who he was. He was just UFC rep or something like that.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of.
I don't think you're that big of a deal.
Yeah, like out of all people they picked you, to send a guy. I feel like it's way more likely that they have an algorithm. And if you're paying for pay-per-view on a business account, it better be this one.
They catch it. Yeah.
So they for this, and it was like a couple $1,000.
Damn.
It's like $4,000. He's like, what? I can't do that. I don't even make. Long story short, he's going back and forth with lawyers and stupid stuff.
That's probably cost. That's way better than $4,000.
But still, it was like, damn, man, it sucks.
That sucks.
Just wanted to know your opinion on it.
Yeah, because I'm on the other side. I'm not the business owner, or it's not the road or whatever, especially if you're sharing it with like a whole bunch of people. They're going to get into it. They might find like a fighter. They're like, oh, man, I like this guy. He tapped out Sage Northcutt, that pretty boy with the frosted tips.
Yeah.
There you go. You just got someone else now buying for like $70.
Yeah, next time. At their own home. Exactly. No, good point. I think, like, you would try to figure out a solution, right?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they should just, every time you're a business and you want to buy a UFC pay-per-view, there's a contract that you have to sign saying, hey, I promise not to profit off this event. It's just at my martial arts school.
Yeah.
You still have to pay martial arts school fee. It's $80 instead of $50.
Yeah. Even if you made like $200-$300.
Yeah.
You could put that and then just be like, and then you could charge like, okay, guys, to match
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Even if it was like a martial arts school fee and that's $300.
That's not bad. You know
charge anything you want to your friends. But I got you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that I wouldn't mind. But a couple of G's.
Yeah.
Maybe for like a restaurant.
For like a restaurant or a bar, because they're bringing in big bucks.
Yeah.
Right?
They're definitely going to advertise.
Because one person watching a UFC event that drinks at a bar is probably going to spend, what, $100 that night?
They're going to spend at least $40 to $50, at least.
Okay.
If they're buying drinks or buying food and all that stuff, at least $50.
Yeah.
So you're making a profit off them.
Per person.
Hey, you know what's crazy too? I don't know if I ever brought this up, but Hooters looks like Hooters going down.
Really?
Man. Yeah, homie.
I used to go to Hooters all the time to watch UFC.
To watch the fights.
Yeah.
I was there maybe 2 weeks ago.
I figured that.
No, 2 or 3 weeks
ago. You seem like the type.
I was getting it for my mom. My mom wanted wings. It was her birthday and all that stuff. So I didn't want to bring. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You don't want to bring her to any place nice. So you brought her to Hooters.
No. It's sentimental. I was born in around Hooters. No, not inside Hooters. Around Hooters.
As a result of Hooters.
No. My mom wasn't a waitress there. Don't get twisted or anything like that. But no. So I was there. It was on a. It was like it was a pay-per-view fight, and there was like nobody there on a Saturday night.
Recently.
Yeah.
Shit.
Man. And the one closed down around Garden State, like a place around us.
Oh, on 17?
Yeah, on 17 closed, whatever.
That's the one I used to go to.
Yeah, that's the one. But I kind of don't want to ever watch it around again because I just don't want to hear people like uneducated.
Right.
It's not like I know a lot of stuff, but when hearing people, you guys know what I'm talking about.
We all know.
You guys have to know what I'm talking about. I'm just not the only one. It's not like I know. Trust me, I don't know a lot.
If you're listening to this podcast,
yeah.
you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you're a fan or whatever, you really care about the art. Not care about the art, but you appreciate it. You know what it takes. You actually probably do it. So, yeah, man. Speaking of, let's get into it, man.
All right.
We just went off tangent.
But yeah, on that note,
let's talk about that 540.
Studio 540.
Oh,
okay, so we'll go into jiu-jitsu real quick and then recap the karate.
Did you get
Hottie.
to watch it? Because I was texting Abe.
Yeah, I watched it.
You watching it? But he couldn't share the flow grappling.
So I did the honorable thing.
Yeah.
I waited.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You waited it out.
I waited it out. Yeah, I watched it, man.
What were your thoughts?
Well, give us the results real quick. Or do you want to go play match by match?
Let's go match by match.
Okay,
Nicky Ryan versus Maciel.
First of all, Studio 540, let's explain what it is and what happened.
Yeah, give us
Studio 540 is a big jiu-jitsu academy, kind of a martial arts academy now because they offer more than that in California.
Mm-hmm.
And this rich guy pretty much loves jiu-jitsu and opened it up. And
which is dope.
Yeah. And basically, there's no affiliation of any kind. So anybody could come train there of any team.
Mm-hmm.
And, anybody could pretty much teach there, essentially.
Okay.
So it's really like a kind of a new age martial arts huge school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they always have seminars, which is amazing. They're always doing big name seminars. They had Marcelo Garcia. They had a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And then now they do super fights and they hold events because they have a big school. So anyway, going into it, they had a super fight event, 3 matches, jiu-jitsu matches, sub-only.
Huge matches.
Yeah, well, 2 of them are huge.
Huge.
And that was this weekend. So let us hear it, Ames.
So Nicky Ryan faced up against Maciel. What's his
Kennedy
Maciel, and Kennedy caught him in a little triangle in overtime, I believe.
Yeah.
So Kennedy, he escaped.
Who is Kennedy?
Huh?
Who is Kennedy?
Oh, the son of Cobrinha, brother, man.
Thank you.
You trying to catch me?
You're trying
to catch me? You baby back bitch. Yeah.
Kennedy Maciel, he is the son of the legend. Rubens Charles Cobrinha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and that I actually
it shows.
It shows. Yeah, I actually got into it maybe 15 minutes into it. Nicky Ryan was already caught in a body triangle, and then
from the back, right?
Yeah, from the back, whatever. Nicky escaped, and then fast forward, it went to overtime. Nicky, I think he won, so he took the back first.
What do you mean he won?
Kennedy. Huh?
What do you mean he won?
He won the toss.
Oh, you got to explain that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You break it down because you're more of a...
No, just be more detail-oriented. You're kind of just like skimming off major important details.
You can do this or what? You baby back bitch.
So basically, it's a sub-only match, which means there's no points. But what happens if nobody submits the other guy?
Yeah, they go to overtime.
They go to overtime. So basically, it was a draw.
Yes.
So they went to overtime. You said he won.
Did I?
Yeah. You missed out the coin toss. So how did they decide who goes first with the overtime? It's
not about me. It's not about me. So go on with the match.
I'm just trying to help you.
I know you're just trying to catch me. You drink some more coffee from Starbucks. Shitty ass.
So basically, there was a coin toss. Eddie Bravo was the ref. Legendary Eddie Bravo.
I didn't even know he was going to be reffing, which was
He probably just showed up and they're like, hey, Eddie, you want to ref? He's like, sure.
True.
Fuck it. So I'll say fuck it, but I won't say The other thing.
The other thing.
I still won't say
it. Because it sounds bad.
Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody. Excuse me. So, yeah, Kennedy lost. I think Kennedy lost the coin toss. I don't think, what's his name, won the coin toss.
Oh, okay.
Which is irrelevant.
It doesn't matter. I don't know why you brought that up. I apologize, guys. He's just as bad as I am.
Yeah, so
get to the nitty-gritty.
Basically, what's his name again? Nicky Ryan, the little brother of Gordon Ryan, one part of the Danaher death squad under John Danaher of Renzo Gracie. I know it's a long shebang. So Kennedy wound up escaping the back of
Nicky.
I keep forgetting his name for some
reason. It's okay.
I'm
not judging you.
Yeah. And then now once one guy escapes, the other guy gets a turn, and that's round one. And basically Cobrinha's son, little Cobrinha, a.k.a. Kennedy, he transitioned from a beautiful... He had the back, he had the body triangle. Nicky was trying to escape, so he switched to an arm bar, like with a Kimura grip, and then he posted on his head. And a lot of times when you lead to the arm bar and you go belly down, but you're on your head, you're not on your shoulder, that gives you the ability to swing the leg over and take the back again.
Okay.
So that's what he... Oh, no. Yeah, well, he kind of went for the back, but then switched to a triangle again. Is that what happened?
It went really fast. I didn't watch the replay. Yeah. I just went... It looked like he went from back to looking for arm bar into a triangle.
You know what, man? Nicky... something like that happened, and then he fell over. So Cobrinha's son, Kennedy, followed him to the mount and switched to a triangle in the mount. It was beautiful.
It happened so fast, but when he caught it, I was like, oh shit. It's about So I was like, oh man, he's not gonna get it, because it looked like Nicky was about to escape the back, and then they were gonna start back over again.
You know what, man? Thank you, Studio 540, for having Eddie Bravo as the ref, because there's a ton of guys out there.
Okay,
there's a ton of guys out there that would have called it an escape, because if you watch it, there was like a lag, right? There was a second lag. Once you get to the mount, that's out. That's escaped technically under EBI rules. So you have somebody's back, they escape, you land the mount. That's still a great position. Technically, it's the same amount of points in a points tournament.
Yeah.
But that's considered an escape.
But
since he followed up and was in the midst of a transition to the triangle,
it happened. It was like fluid, man.
And a lot of people would have stopped it. Eddie Bravo did a perfect job.
Okay, cool. And then so moving right along, we had the next matchup was Kim Terra versus Garry Tonon or Tonon.
Tonon, yeah.
Tonon. With Garry getting, I think, a guillotine. What was it? What did he catch him with? Like a lot of these things happen in like a beautiful transition or whatever, like a little scramble, and he snagged it out of nowhere. From my eyes, this is from.
Go back and watch it. I always like rewind. It takes me like 10 minutes to watch one clip because I'm like going back and figuring it out. It's fun to watch. But Kim Terra is the brother of Caio Terra, legend. So Garry Tonon, another Danaher Death Squad. It was pretty much a Danaher Death Squad versus the world event. Yeah. So the ending, it was a beautiful match, back and forth.
Yes, it was.
But the ending was, what's his name? Garry Tonon. He went, got the Kimura, used the Kimura trap, quotes, because people hate that name, but it's something to call it. And he got to the back. Then Kim started escaping, and he went to the crucifix. Now Garry Tonon has him in the crucifix position. And you could tell Gary's like, I'm not big on the crucifix. So he overlapped. Like he grabbed over his shoulder and on his chest. Okay. Instead of the traditional tie-up, he went the opposite. And once he did that, I was like, oh, that's a guillotine waiting to happen. And you could tell, like, Gary's, like, so crafty. He's got so many setups.
He has a lot of moves,
So many setups, man, from everywhere. That's why it's so dangerous to fight him.
You know what I really enjoyed? Like, Garry might be my favorite or one of my favorites just because he could do it from anywhere, man. Yeah. He's down to play whatever game you want to play, which I respect a lot, man. He was I could do the standing up, I could do the seated.
He's so well-rounded.
Yeah, man. That little a takedown he did.
He got into a groove, went to a duck on there, took the back, and was like, I'll let this go.
Yeah, it wasn't a dick. Didn't do no slam or anything like that. Just let go. Very respectful. Also, because leading up to this fight, there was a lot of heat, man. There was a lot of heat. I didn't really want to talk. I'm not about that heat, that drama for your mama type of thing. Yeah. But a lot of respect was given.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, after the fight too.
Yeah, I mean that's the best way to gain respect.
Mm-hmm. True, exactly. By
fighting each other.
100% agree. And Kim Terra was game. Like, Garry actually gave him a shout out, props after the fight, saying that he didn't care about what weight Garry came. He didn't care about the rules. He just wanted to face him.
Yeah,
so he was
respect.
It didn't look like
respect. Boy.
I didn't. When they were both matched up together, they looked like the same size, or was it just me? Did it look like Garry was bigger? They looked about the same,
because they're like similar sizes.
Their build was the same, which is pretty cool. Like 540 got it right because like all the competitors were all around the same size.
But Kim is technically a little smaller. And when we talk about weight classes, when people are cutting, it does make a difference.
It does, yeah.
But in the jiu-jitsu realm, it's not that big of a deal, right? And that's what. But Garry was pointing it out as like his props to Kim, like, hey, even though it's not a big weight difference, I am the bigger guy, and he still wanted to fight me.
Yeah.
Mad respect.
Yeah.
And he didn't make excuse. Kim didn't come out and make that excuse now. He didn't lose and say, oh, well, it's because he's bigger than me. And blah,
he didn't
blah,
make
blah.
anything up.
Blippity blue blah, skippity doo dah.
Actually, everyone took their L like a champ.
Yeah.
This week. So let's move right along. Like the one everyone was most excited about. I don't know about you.
I was more excited about the Kim Terra.
Oh, were you? I was
Garry
excited
Tonon.
for it. I just want to see Filipe and Gordon Ryan go at it.
Here's the thing. I kind of knew how the Filipe Gordon Ryan would play out. I knew how it would go. I didn't know necessarily who was going to win.
Okay.
But I knew that it would be the way it went. Gordon on his back.
Okay.
Just trying to, arm drag into leg locks. And Filipe working his passing and being explosive. And anytime Filipe was on his back, he'd struggle to get up.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be willing to play his guard because you don't want to play with those setups.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know who was going to win. But
you knew that was going to be.
It's pretty obvious.
I got you. Yeah, that was. It was scary a few times. You know what I mean? Because it looked like Gordon caught his leg a few times. But
oh, no, he did.
He did, right?
Yeah, but
break that down for me. Go into it.
Here's the thing. Somebody just mentioned it. Like, when somebody's going for a leg locks, don't sit there and watch. Or else it's too late.
He was out.
Yeah. So what you need to do is, as soon as part of it is the education part. If you don't understand what's going on, you won't know how to even begin to escape. But
let's go with the results first. Who won?
Filipe won via rear naked choke.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Move on.
So every time Gordon got deep on a leg position, I forget what they're called, inside senkaku or whatever you want to call it, Japanese terms. I know 10th Planet System calls it the honey hole, where you're like outside, your leg goes from the outside to the inside, a reap, and then you lock a triangle.
Okay.
And you're kind of sitting next to them. Look it up.
Yeah.
But that's a very powerful position. Very good position, and it's hard to escape. But the only way to escape it, well, not the only way, but the best way to escape anything really is to catch it as it's being thrown out in the beginning early. It's like trying to catch a fish.
Okay.
I could pick up a dead fish, but if I'm trying to catch a fish while it's in the water and it's just it hasn't started to begin to give up.
Gotcha.
So it's like flipping and that's the best time to try and escape a leg lock. As soon as you feel it, you're moving hard. So now the guy's like trying to keep up with your leg.
Yeah.
So they're not worrying about putting it on. They're just trying to keep the position. And when they're trying to keep the position, you don't have to worry about your leg being torn off. So you can kind of just twist and pull without worries. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And Filipe was able to see those attempts coming very quickly and make his moves to get out.
He got out real fast, man.
Real quick.
He did not stop and just to look like, oh, what's going on? He had good reaction. And I'm thinking, I'm guessing he really game planned. He planned and practiced that because it just looked like clockwork to him. Like, caught it, boom, he was out. Quick,
and that's a testament to Gordon and how dangerous Gordon is off his back when attempting leg locks. It's true.
He's a scary man.
He's a scary man. So, do you know how he got his back though?
No, it looked like he caught that Japanese term sunkaku or whatever. It just looked like he just totally flipped it on him and like dragged him into that thing. So break that down. For me.
Basically, and I watched pretty much most of the match.
Okay.
But from what
happened a few times.
Yeah. So from what I saw earlier in the match, what's his name? Gordon went for that position, and Filipe started escaping by spinning. Yeah. And when you spin, you always expose your back.
Yeah.
So one time earlier, Gordon let go and went for the back, and he couldn't catch Filipe. He couldn't catch up to him. So I feel like the amalgamation of Filipe escaping led to Gordon saying, all right, then I'm probably not going to get him with this leg lock. So what I'm going to do is, if he does start to get out, I'm immediately going for the back.
Gotcha.
And again, man, jiu-jitsu is so powerful because I might be digging into this too deep, but I probably am not because both guys are high-level guys, and this is how high-level guys think. Gordon said in his mind, whether it was a split second at that time or as he was setting it up, I'm going to let go of this and go for the back.
Okay.
But he did that before. So Filipe, in his mind, already registered that.
Yeah.
So his mind is already engaged into knowing how to deal with that. That's how high-level guys think. You know, you might not have thought, all right, next time they do this, but your brain already recognizes it and could deal with it quickly.
Yeah.
So as Gordon was going up to go for his back to abandon the leg lock, he just got stuck in a weird, awkward position, and Filipe recognized that and switched it almost into like a truck to the back.
Okay.
And he just fought for the back. And again, another thing is, he didn't, as much as it is to go for a submission as soon as you get in the position, it makes so much sense because he got his back and then went right for the choke.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't play around. He didn't try to establish position. He was just like, fuck it, bang.
That's what it looked. It looked like a truck, but I wasn't sure or whatever. But just when he latched on real quick, I didn't think it was. He latched on and he finished it real fast.
And Gordon,
I was in shock. I was like, man, he got him because I don't. When's the last time Gordon Ryan has been submitted?
Yeah,
right.
Not too long ago. I mean,
it's been a while.
It's been a minute. Like a year
he's been
or
on
so
such a winning streak. I mean, that's credit to him.
Yeah.
It's just I was like, wow, I can't believe he caught him.
Yeah, I wonder what happened because Gordon, and not to judge anybody, just stating what happened. Gordon, I don't know if he, sometimes when you're not caught in bad positions too much in the gym, it's hard to have the best reactions.
I get you.
And take the biggest chances when escaping. Because escaping a lot of times is all about taking chances. That's why Garry Tonon is so good at it.
True.
He's willing to take them chances.
He's so good at it, man.
So I think maybe Gordon is just not being the high-level guy he is. He's just not used to guys getting his back from that position.
In real time.
So...
Okay.
Because it looked like he was trying to get away instead of escape.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like setting yourself up for the escape as opposed to getting away. So
it was just that one mistake, and you can't make it agast those
high-level
guys, man. Because they don't even think about it. It's just a reaction. Yeah,
they call it snatches.
Snatches get snatches.
Yeah,
I don't know what I just said, but
I mean, it could have easily gone the other way. Gordon could have easily finished Filipe. If Filipe was a second late on trying to escape, he would have easily been caught by Gordon. It just wasn't Gordon's day.
What's cool now is that the challenge Filipe put out to Gordon. And I never thought about them like, oh, man, they always try to, not their rules or bring it, they basically try to get a match in kind of their kind of territory.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to see if he takes it up. I mean, I would give him props to take up that challenge because Filipe definitely took it up.
In the gi.
Yeah.
So 20K sub only in the gi. So basically, Gordon has been very intelligent about this because he's issuing challenges as a winner before people challenge him. So now it's a win-win. If you challenge somebody and they take it, it's your realm. You're comfortable. You know you're probably going to win, or else you wouldn't have issued the challenge.
Homie.
If not, they're scared. Even if they're not. Yeah. If not, they're scared.
You'll always have people talking. You'll always have people chattering.
But now the tables have turned. Gordon didn't win this fight. He can't ride on that anymore. At least right now. He needs to build another win or two, another win streak. So Filipe was like, "Oh,
I got you now.
I got you now."
He was probably holding when he won, like the way they erupted.
Oh yeah,
you could tell that was like a big weight off their back. You know what I mean? They probably felt the weight of a lot of people, like trying to stop them from talking and all that smack, whatever. So
I mean, that was almost a win for everybody who's been for like the integrity of martial arts. You know, because Gordon, in an effort to make more money, he has thrown away the whole integrity thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of smack talk.
Yeah, and that's fine. Do that. We need people to do that. Yeah. But in an effort to preserve that, everybody has been battling against him. Yeah. And
So you have two sides. One side, little happy,
a
little excited or whatever.
Yes,
you can't. And this is exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is good.
So it'll be interesting to hear what Gordon says about this challenge.
Yeah.
Will he deny it? And then Filipe, and that's another thing. Filipe is not a guy that's going to go out and say, oh, well, he didn't accept the challenge. He's scared. He's a loser.
He's a punk ass bitch.
Yeah. He wouldn't go to those levels.
Yeah. And credit to Gordon as well. He took that L like a champ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He posted that picture of him getting that rear naked. Him tapping out or whatever, and says, like, I forgot.
He was absolutely the better man that day.
Yeah. So props to him or whatever. He's gonna come back. So
hell yeah.
It is what it is. But that was a really exciting weekend. So speaking of exciting weekend, let's get into the UFC. Man.
Okay, let's do it. We got a couple minutes.
Yeah, we got a couple. Let's fast forward. Props to Faber for getting that win over. He looked good, man.
Yeah,
moving.
Do you think the ref should have stopped it? Two times. When he knocked him down, that was a walk-off knockout. Come on, ref.
Yeah.
And I get it because there's a bias there. It's like you want Uriah to win. It's his last fight, and he almost knocked the guy out. It's like, but then like moments after, he was on top of him, pounding his face in.
Yeah.
And the ref still didn't stop him. Like, come on.
A little hometown cooking.
Yeah.
A little hometown cooking.
But he still he dominated.
Yeah, he did.
And he looked fast.
He did, man.
He looked better than he did in his last fight against Dominic Cruz. Granted, Dominic Cruz is the best.
Yeah.
But he still looked better than he did in that fight.
That's true. He did look good, and props to Dominic Cruz and him settling the beef.
Yeah.
That was cool, whatever.
I expected nothing less.
Yeah. It is when you get older. Same thing with like Gordon Ryan. Maybe they won't talk as much as they grow or as they mature. Maybe not. Maybe that's what they like to do, whatever.
Yeah.
They're just trolls for life.
Yeah. Well, not to harp on that situation, but I've talked to people that train with Gordon, that know him, and they're like, listen, man, Gordon's a nice guy. Yeah. He's a nice kid. He was fooling around at first with this trolling thing.
Oh, was he?
Because he thought it was funny. But then he started getting matches out of it.
I see.
And he's like, you know what? This is the way. So let me just do it.
It works for him. I get it. Like Chael. Chael did with Brazil.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You think he really meant all that stuff? No, but he
no.
knew he was going to get a match out of it.
Yeah. And some, you know what, too, it's just some people don't mind being the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Thank you for saying that.
Some people feel better being the thing. Like, so.
But what if you're like the bad guy and the good guy? Like a weird combination. Kind of like me. Like everybody loves you, whether it's the bad guys or the good guys. Like everybody kind of.
What? There's no bad boy about you.
You're stuck in that
waffle,
like. You're stuck in that like middle like.
Cinnamon ass.
In that middle realm, like I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah, moving on. So after that fight, we had the Sage Northcutt versus
Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
That was
what I
like?
You know what I like? Sage's little yip yapping.
Yeah,
I like that, man.
Everybody
That's what I want to see, man.
Hell yeah.
That's what I want to see. But just his jiu-jitsu, man.
Yeah.
His ground game. He's got to work on it.
Yeah. Well,
he got clipped though.
Mickey's that good, and he did get clipped.
He got clipped.
But you know what I liked, man? That was the second round, right?
Second round. Yeah.
What I liked is after they were talking shit because he escaped from the bottom and then stood up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Come on, man, let's get up. Come on, let's go." And then when they stood back up, I think Mickey told Sage, this is what Mickey said after. He's like, "What, are you tired?" And then Sage was like, "Nah, man, I'm not tired. I could go all day." And then once he said that, you could tell he turned it up, and Sage looked super fast.
Oh,
Sage looked incredibly fast, and that's when he got really confident standing.
And he got caught.
I mean, he got caught because of weird circumstances.
It was it really was weird the way he got clipped. And once he went for that takedown, I'm like, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It looked like the Conor McGregor trying to take down Nate Diaz.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, this is about to end.
Yeah, when you're on Beach Street and things are spinning, you don't know up from left.
Yep.
You can't judge a guy for going for a takedown.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially if you're trying to like get everything back together.
Exactly. When you're in danger, what's the first thing you do? When you trip over something, what's the first thing you do?
Mm-hmm.
Reach to grab a hold of something.
Yeah. True.
And that's what a lot of people do in fights when they get clipped. They try to grab a hold of something.
Yeah.
That's your first instinct.
Yeah.
So, how do you train that instinct?
Yeah, man. So I can't. We'll see what happens with Sage because I kind of root for Sage now just because I saw that that little mean streak. That's all I want to see.
Yes.
Like your game. You're not
human.
just always exactly. So it was cool. It was cool that Mickey took that out of Sage or whatever.
And you know what, man? That for that little 10, 15 seconds of Sage turning it up and putting the burners on with that stand up, showing his speed, I became a fan of him at that second.
I agree.
When he started, I was amazed by his speed, and he's fighting at a weight class above.
He was quick, man. Yeah. He was quick.
So moving on to the last fight, your girl, the karate hottie, Maciel Waterson.
Boy, that little hip tossies. Little headlock.
Holy crap!
That was fun.
Ronda Rousey would be proud. That's exactly what I said when it happened.
It was funny. It was at that main event. My family came in the living room to watch it. I felt like I was at Hooters again.
Where is she from? Exactly.
I think Thailand.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I think so too, but she might train Thai.
Yeah.
But she came out with the traditional Thai head garb.
Yeah. So props to her. She finished that real. You know what? More props to Paige. Cause
No props to more props to Paige.
No props. No.
Oh, I thought you were saying more props to. I'm like, are you
no,
crazy?
as well as props to Paige as well for like gutting that out.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, her face is turning red and blue, and looks like she's gonna go to sleep, and then she went to sleep. Yeah,
and you could tell she made the conscious decision. I am not going to give up.
Yeah,
and the only way she's gonna beat me right now is if she chokes me to sleep because I'm not tapping out.
Yeah,
and what I like though is if you train jiu-jitsu, you know your
limit.
Your limit.
Yeah.
So, and you know that if somebody hasn't breached your limit, even though it's tight and they're squeezing, there's a chance that they might say, shit, I might burn my arms out.
True.
Let me just let go
of
this.
That's exactly what I was thinking she was gonna do. Like,
Paige was taking that risk.
Yeah. Well,
there's nothing else you could do.
You lose some. Yeah, she had it locked in. There's under the chin and all that stuff.
You know what was very reminiscent of Ronda Rousey? It wasn't just the throw; it was the situation after the throw. Because Ronda does a lot of like side headlock throws as opposed to an underhook throw.
Okay.
Because there's no gi, there's no jacket.
True.
So when she threw Paige did a scramble like to
she scrambled with her
to Turtle. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Ronda, I forget who it was against. Oh, crap, I should know this. But she got an armbar out of that same kind of throw to scramble to the Turtle. Mm-hmm. It was what's her name though? She's a mom. She has a kid.
Yeah.
Crap. She normally rocks like red hair.
Kat
Zingano. I believe it was Kat Zingano, yeah. And it was just like that whole situation was very reminiscent of Ronda Rousey.
Nice.
Yeah. But I love the side kicks that Michelle Waterson was using to keep the distance. And I love how confident she was in her entire game.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was fun, man. What's up? What's next for her?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was already like touted as being a very good competitor. She just hasn't been in the UFC in a year because she got injured. So she can go anywhere from here.
It's gonna be fun, but it was a win for MMA fans. It was a loss for WME because they wanted that. That's what the Sage and Paige they headlined that for a reason, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So you can't. It's not a science, man. You can't just pick who you want to be the superstar. They pick themselves, man.
Exactly.
And in MMA, I think MMA is the only one where you can't really just ride someone out and see. Even like Conor McGregor might be someone too. You better give him like one or two more fights and then let him ride out.
But the beauty of MMA is your record. A loss does not ruin your record.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a loss does not ruin your standings in the like grand scheme of things. You know, Paige said, I'm down, but I'm not out, and one day I'm going to come back and be the champion.
Good for her.
She may very well could be one.
Look at Michael Bisping.
Exactly.
If he became the champion and actually defended it once, then I think Paige absolutely has a possibility.
Possibility.
Yeah, possibility.
But I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
On that note, we have to train, guys. Hopefully no one's outside because we locked the doors and it's cold outside. So if Abe, take away as I open the door.
Okay, cool. So if you guys like this podcast, please share it on social media. Please like and subscribe on iTunes. Download on iTunes. Please leave us a rating on iTunes. That helps out a lot. And we're also on Stitcher and Google Play and YouTube. Check all those things out.
Check it out.